Hello, hello, it's Liz. Welcome to Lunchtime with Liz. Glad you're here. Today I'm going to be using this stamp set, Flowering Rain Boots, along with the coordinating dies. And the dies are called Rain Boots dies. Simple, right? Okay, so Flowering Rain Boots. And if you are local to me, there is a class coming up with this soon on March 15th. And it is live and in person in my stamp room. So if you are local to me, the registration is coming to a close very soon. So let's get started. This is the card I'll be creating today. Cute, right? Happy March 1st. Okay, so let's set that aside. I have a lot of different pieces I'm using today. This is Pool Party is the base. Okay, Pool Party. And then if this is something new to you, this is Shimmering White cardstock. It is 3 3/4 by 5. Not sure if you can see that in the camera or not, the shimmer. Do you see that a little bit maybe? I promise in real life you'll see that. I'm using shimmery white cardstock. 3 3/4 by 5 inches is that piece. And then I have a little white piece of just basic white cardstock that is a 1/2 inch by 3 1/4 inch. So those are my only pieces of cardstock for today. Actually, I'm not going to, let's add to that. You are going to need some white for cutting out these pieces here. So you'll need like a scrap piece of white cardstock for that, okay? The ink colors, I have quite a few ink colors I'm using today. I'm using Pool Party, Pear Pizzazz, Daffodil Delight, Poppy Parade, and Basic Gray. Okay. I'm going to be using the Punch Lovely Labels Pick-a-Punch. That is in the annual catalog. And then I'm going to be using some Terran tape. I'll be using both sizes of dimensionals, minis and the regulars. I'll be using Pool Party Refill. And let's see what else. And water painters. Okay, and I'll explain that a little bit more as we go. All right, let's set that aside and we'll get started. I'm going to grab the, this is the, what did I say? The sparkly, it's not called sparkly. Oh, guys. The shimmery white cardstock. Okay, that's what this is. Shimmery white cardstock. If you need a number for it, the item number is 101910. 101910. Okay. Shimmery white cardstock. I'm grabbing that right here. Like I said, these are the water painters. They have 3 different size tips. I'm going to be grabbing this fattest tip here. And there's just water inside the cartridge here. You can just twist it, fill it up, and there's water inside. Let's grab the Pool Party ink pad. You can push this together and squeeze it and get lots of ink on the top. I want it to be like a whole lot of ink, okay? So I'm going to actually take my refill and I'm just putting a couple drops in the lid so that I have lots of extra ink. And I'm going to be creating a wash. So I'm squeezing this to get extra water to go inside the lid here and making it real watery, okay? This can be done on watercolor paper or on the shimmery paper. And then I'm just going to brush across, back and forth, and just getting a wash of the blue color. And go back in. I don't want exact lines of anything. And I'm going about 2/3 of the way down. We're going to close that up. Just going to grab some scratch paper and kind of get rid of that a little bit. And I'm going to do the same with the basic gray. I only want a little swoop of the gray in the bottom, so I'm just going to squish that together here. Put some water in there. And then just run this across the bottom to give a little gray like the ground. Okay, and that's it. So again, that can be done on watercolor paper or the shimmery white. And that's it. We're going to put that aside. Just let that dry for just a minute. Okay. All right. Just to save a little bit of time, I went ahead and stamped and die cut these pieces. So if this is new to you, here are the boots. Those were done in Poppy Parade, and I stamped on to my white cardstock. And then here's the die, and I put the die right over top of my stamped image, ran it through the cut and emboss machine, and cut that out. And I did the same for the stems here. There's this piece here, it almost looks like French fries. Look at this. It's like French fries. That cut out those stems. And the stems, that was done in Pear Pizzazz. And then these little flowers here were done in Daffodil Delight. Okay. So because this has water on it, it kind of makes the card bow a little bit, so it's not flat. Just to make it lay flatter on my card, I'm going to be using tear and tape on the back rather than the regular adhesive I usually use, rather than the stamp and seal. It will just help with the flattening out of that curve. It is March 1st. I hope you're excited about that. I'm super excited. Doesn't mean we won't still have some cold days or even possibly some snow, but it's all good. All right. I'm gonna fold this pool party piece in half. And let's take off the backing. If this tear and tape is new to you, press it on, and then there's a little paper backing that pulls off and makes it super sticky. There's good and bad to tear and tape. The great is that once it's stuck, it's stuck. The bad is that once it's stuck, it's stuck. You know what I mean? So be super careful when you're putting it down, because you're not going to be able to pull it back up like you do with this stamp and seal. So pay attention to where you're setting it. Move it around a little bit, eyeball it up, and just make sure it's exactly where you want it before you press it down, because you will not be able to pull it back up without ripping everything. Okay, so you see it didn't take long to dry, right? That's it. Okay, all right, so we're going to take our boots. Let's add the boots down here in the ground, on the ground, let's see. Okay, and then we have the stems. And there's like a little white here, so I want to make it look like they're inside. So I'm not putting it like on top of the boots, but rather moving it down a little bit in the openings, so it's coming out of the boots. Okay, now these flowers here are really tiny. So there are two different size dimensionals. There's regular size and there's these minis. You can take the larger ones and cut them in half. Minis are super convenient. So I'm using the mini dimensionals and just putting maybe like 3 on the back. All right, I'm gonna pull those backings off of there. All right, and then they fit right on top of each of these stems. All right, we're gonna set those there. And there you have it, okay? So let's add words to it. My piece here is a 1/2 inch by 3 1/4 inch, but remember that that size is totally gonna change depending on what sentiment you use. And if you check out my last video I did, I give you a little tip on how to cut the correct size that you need for your sentiments. Well, I'm going to use basic gray. And I love this saying. It says, every storm that comes also ends. Very much so. Doesn't feel like it when you're in the middle of the storm, though, that's for sure. And it doesn't always have the ending we exactly like, right? But it does come to an end. There we go. Yay! All right. Let's close that up. And then I'm taking this into the Lovely Labels. There are 3 different sizes you can do. It's 1/2 inch, 3/4 inch, or 1 inch. I'm doing the 1/2 inch. So I'm going to slide that all the way in until it doesn't go any further and press. And look at that nice decorative ending that it gets on there. See that? All right, and again, I'm going to take the mini dimensionals because it's such a narrow piece. I'm going to put it right here. I got little sticky stuff stuck to me. All right. So as you know, Celebration has come to an end, but there are some new products that just came out today. So you can check out stampingontherock.com to see that. Some ocean theme type things. So feel free to check that out. And you can put this wherever you would like to put it. I'm going to put mine down here. Okay, so it can end there, but let's add some embellishments, right? So I'm going to grab these brushed brass butterflies. You have to say that slowly. Brushed brass butterflies. And these are in the mini catalog. They are self-adhesive. So I'm grabbing a scissors and I'm just sliding underneath so that the adhesive comes with the butterfly. Gonna put a few of these around the flowers. And let's stick an extra one up here on the top. They're really pretty and they're flat, so it makes it nice for mailing. And just remember, a little goes a long way, okay? And there you have it. That's our card for today. Hope you enjoyed, and hopefully that gives you a smile and thinks spring. Talk with you later. Bye-bye.